Resident Evil is one of the most iconic horror video game franchises, and if you're an avid The Leaderboard viewer, you may have already noticed our timeline videos about the games. I'm AJ Fry, and today we're diving into the timeline of the company that started it all. Not Capcom, I'm talking the Umbrella Corporation. September 1966. Virologists Edward Ashford, James Marcus, Oswell E. Spencer, and head researcher Brandon Bailey discover a mythical West African flower. This flower supposedly gives humans abilities after consuming it. The scientists go to the Ndipaya tribal lands to study these strange flowers, known as Stairway of the Sun. December 4th, 1966. Dr. James Marcus finds out that a retrovirus within the flower is responsible for the changes in humans. The virus, called progenitor, has a high mortality rate, but gives survivors superhuman abilities. And the most interesting aspect of the progenitor virus isn't how it changes human skills. Dr. Marcus found out that progenitor can repair dead cells, and therefore revive dead organisms. November 10th, 1967. Dr. Oswell Spencer, one of the future founding members of the Umbrella Corporation, wants to develop the progenitor virus as a bioweapon. To test his hypothesis, he invites the family of George Trevor to the Spencer mansion. George being the architect who just finished building the mansion in the Arklay Mountains near Raccoon City. Dr. Spencer's henchmen kidnap the architect's wife and daughter and inject them with the progenitor virus. The architect's wife dies from the injection, but his daughter Lisa survives and mutates, just like Dr. Spencer had hoped. March 1968. Dr. Spencer, Dr. Marcus, and Dr. Edward Ashford found Umbrella Pharmaceuticals, a front company for their illegal experiments with the progenitor virus. Dr. Marcus, Dr. Spencer, and Dr. Ashford are three virologists linked with eugenics movements. The discovery of a virus improving humans' capacities and removing the fear of death could define the future of humanity, with the Umbrella Corporation leading this world of superhumans. The Umbrella Corporation opens subsidiaries all over the world to gather data more efficiently. Their main goal is to work on progenitor strains and find a way to sell them as bioweapons to the U.S. military, also known as the T-Virus Project. To hide its illegal project of selling bioweapons, Umbrella Corporation extends its activities to various sectors, such as IT, medical supplies, aerospace, food products, and even cosmetics. Officially, Umbrella Corporation is a pharmaceutical company that sells its products to many American households.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella Corp.
But in secret Umbrella Corporation facilities, scientists are working on a way to isolate the progenitor virus to create superhumans. One of these facilities, located in the Arklay Mountains next to Raccoon City, finally finds a way to develop the T-virus. This powerful mutagen can improve the strength of living organisms and can even revive recently dead ones. July 1968. Dr. Ashford is infected by the progenitor virus and dies. Despite it looking like an accident that happened while working on the virus, Ashford's death was actually planned by Dr. Spencer so he could gain more power within the company. August 1968. The Umbrella Training Facility opens its doors in the Arklay Mountain. Dr. Marcus heads up this new laboratory complex and keeps working on the T-Virus project. At the same time, Dr. Marcus begins suspecting Dr. Spencer is trying to steal his work and to take the Umbrella Corporation for himself. 1969. Alexander, the son of the late Dr. Edward Ashford, opens a new Umbrella base in Antarctica. This secret laboratory is researching a project called Code Veronica. The goal of this project is to use the genes of the founder of the Ashford family, Veronica, and create a human prodigy that could carry on the legacy of the family. Besides its obvious eugenics angle, the creation of this superhuman successor would be a way for the Ashford family to stay in the picture if Alexander dies and to prevent Dr. Spencer from taking control of the Umbrella Corporation. 1971. Code Veronica is a success. Two heirs to the Ashford legacy are born, twins, Alfred and Alexia. 1977. Just as Dr. Marcus suspects, Dr. Spencer wants to steal his research. Spencer had sent two scientists to work with Marcus, Dr. William Birkin and Dr. Albert Wesker. However, their real agenda is not to collaborate with Marcus, but to steal his work to give even more power to Spencer. September 1977. Dr. Marcus discovers the T-virus after introducing the progenitor virus to leeches. The virus, also known as tyrant virus, causes necrosis and numbs the higher brain functions to turn humans into zombies. Marcus decides to keep his work a secret from the other researchers, especially Spencer. January 13, 1978. Marcus completes his work on the T-virus. He notifies one of his colleagues of this success, but the information eventually ends in Spencer's ears. Soon after, Marcus realizes Spencer stole some of his T-virus strain to conduct his own experiments. February 11, 1978. The leeches infected by the T-virus in Marcus's lab grow bigger each day and eventually start showing cannibalistic behavior. June 3, 1978. The leeches stop eating each other and start to cooperate. The group of leeches now operate as a single, large collective and not as several individuals. They also begin to mimic the behavior of their creator, Dr. Marcus. February 1983. Alfred and Alexia, the two twins from Project Code Veronica, find out the truth about their existence as clones. They swear to take revenge on their father, Alexander Ashford. March 1983. Alexia creates a new strain of the T-virus called T. Veronica virus. Unlike the original T-virus, this one allows its host to retain full intellectual capabilities. To test this virus, the Ashford twins inject it into their father, Alexander Ashford. The experiment doesn't go as expected, and Alexander turns into a bloodthirsty monster known as Nosferatu. The twins locked him in a secret chamber in the Antarctic base. 1983. Despite the failed experiment on Alexander Ashford, Alexia still believes in her T. Veronica virus. In order to prevent the body decay, she concludes that going into a cryogenic coma should slow down the process and let the virus adapt to its host. Alexia injects herself with the T. Veronica virus and goes into a 15-year coma. 1988. Dr. Spencer doesn't seem ready to end his madness. He orders the assassination of Dr. Marcus so he can become the sole leader of an enhanced race of humans.
If the old conspiracy against Dr. Marcus is revealed, Mr. Spencer's career will be over. Not to mention ours, too.
Dr. William Birkin, one of the virologists sent by Spencer to assist Dr. Marcus, takes over the research of the T-virus. 1991. Dr. Birkin finds a new virus strain while experimenting on Lisa Trevor's body, the daughter of Dr. Spencer's architect and the first human experiment of the Umbrella Corporation. This new strain makes its host more aggressive, but also nearly immortal. The virus quickly repairs the cells of its host, making them heal faster and grow stronger. Birkin names this new strain the G virus, after Golgotha. 1990s. Umbrella Corporation creates its own private militia named the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasures Service, or UBCS. This special force unit specializes in rescue operations during biohazard accidents, helping local authorities and securing Umbrella's assets. The UBCS is not the only private militia operated by the Umbrella Corporation. The company has several paramilitary groups, more or less underground. The Umbrella Security Service, or USS, guarantees the safety of the labs and researchers, although its main job is to make sure any proof of Umbrella's link to bioweapons disappears. The Undertaker Unit, also known as Trash Sweepers, handles the cleaning and securing of Umbrella's assets after bioterrorist attacks. The members of the Undertaker Unit are bioweapons themselves called Cleaners. The company also has its own intelligence gathering organization, the Umbrella Intelligence Division. May 11, 1998. 10 years after Marcus's murder by Spencer, the scientist appears to have been brought back to life by the Queen Leech. A leech Marcus infected with the progenitor virus back in 1978. The Queen Leech merges itself with Marcus and starts to plan its revenge on Spencer and the Umbrella Corporation. The Queen Leech controls swarms of infected leeches that they launch inside the Arklay Research Center and laboratory facilities. July 24, 1998. The virus leaked out and contaminated both the Arklay facility and the surrounding area of Raccoon City. Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine, two agents of the Special Stars Task Force, travel to Raccoon City to investigate this accident. They are led by Dr. Wesker, who no longer works for Umbrella. The first Resident Evil game released in 1996 follows their story. September 1998. Dr. William Birkin kept on working on his G-virus and finally managed to make it stable enough to be sold as a bioweapon. When the T-virus started spreading in the surroundings of Raccoon City, the Umbrella Corporation blamed Birkin for this situation, making the scientist crazy. He began to sabotage the company from the inside, flooding a brand new facility that was meant to process contaminated waste. As the chemical effectiveness was diluted, the flooding created a new strain of the virus that infected the staff working at a water treatment plant near the Raccoon City police station. September 22, 1998, Birkin reached out to the US military to sell them his G-Virus. Unfortunately for him, the Umbrella Corporation found out that Birkin wanted to betray the company and decided to kill him before that could happen. Birkin injected himself with the G-Virus, turning into a deadly mutant. September 28, 1998. The spread of the T-Virus gets out of hand. The Raccoon City mayor flees the city, and the police department is overwhelmed by all the zombies roaming the streets. The Umbrella Corporation uses the chaos to deploy their latest bioweapon, the Nemesis T-Type. October 1, 1998. The T-Virus has turned most humans into zombies, creating chaos in Raccoon City. US President Graham decides to wipe out the area and drops a nuclear bomb on Raccoon City. Nothing is left of the city, and all the evidence proving Umbrella Corporation's involvement disappears.
All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed. I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too.
February 2003. Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine won't let Umbrella Corporation get away with this so easily. With a group of mercenaries, they attack an Umbrella facility in Russia, destroying all their data and exposing their research to the general public. The CEO of Umbrella Corporation, Dr. Oswald Spencer, disappears before he could be arrested. March 2004. After the secret project of the Umbrella Corporation comes to light, the US government freezes all the company's assets and terminates its operations. But the story doesn't end there, because research on progenitor strains is still highly valuable for bioterrorist organizations. The end of Umbrella Corporation marks the beginning of the era of bioterrorism, where Umbrella viruses end up on the black market or in the hands of underground paramilitary groups.
I was to become a god. Creating a new world with an advanced race of human beings. However, all was lost with Raccoon City.
2017, 13 years after the dissolution of Umbrella Corporation, a helicopter bearing the company's colors flies over the remains of the Barker's house. We later learn that the former Umbrella Corporation is now a private military branch. Some of the former employees of the pharmaceutical company decided to correct the wrongs of the Umbrella Corporation by using their knowledge to fight the bioterrorists. They insist on using the prefix Blue Umbrella in order to disassociate themselves from the legacy of the parent company. Thanks for watching this video. Now that the Umbrella Corporation is no secret to you, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more great gaming content.